an all-out attack on drag artists, trans people, and gender nonconformity, as a whole, a cast of drag superstars will be raising money for various LGBTQ plus charities in a one-night-only telethon. I don't know why it always just comes up. It's called Drag Isn't Dangerous Telethon and will consist of both live and pre-taped performances, as well as celebrity cameos, led by PEG. The event is also being produced by Q.Digital, which owns Queerty. Love you guys at Queerty. You guys are awesome. GLAAD, OUTtv, Five Senses, Reeling, Trixie Cosmetics, and SERV Vodka will also be in attendance. Drag Isn't Dangerous will take place on May 7th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and the tickets are available online at moment.co/dangerous. Drag stars to have a telethon. What are we all talking about?
We need to be talking about every letter of that damn acronym showing up for this, and showing up for drag queens, and showing up for trans. And if it is something that I think if you haven't shown up for before, I think just know that you will be welcomed in that support.
Yeah.
When I was in college, I was the president of our gay student union.
Of course,
and at that time,
of course you were. Look at the hat.
Oh, I started going in high school.
I
like
love
that was
that.
the one thing like my parents let me do that was gay, is I could go to the gay student union. But when I was president of it, it was originally the GLB student union.
Okay.
So G first, L was a far second.
Mm-hmm. Why you have to say so far, fucker? I understand what you're saying.
No, and B was like an honorable mention because it was like 90% gay guys in it. And we had this huge debate about adding the T, changing the order of the letters to make it more inviting
inclusive
and accepting and inclusive. And in the beginning of that argument, I was not on the right side.
Wow.
I really wasn't. Because
I appreciate you being so transparent with that.
Well, because I was like, at that time we couldn't get married. We were dying and dropping like flies
from AIDS and HIV.
So it's kind of like, okay, let me just get the closest people to me together.
Can we take care of this now?
If we start embracing this, we're going to lose. We're going to lose this battle and this battle because we're spreading ourselves too thin. But the light bulb, though, at some point has to go on. I think for people, when you're looking at gender and sexuality issues, is that really most of this boils down to people's gender preconceptions. It's why they don't like you being gay. It's like they don't want trans. They want you to fall into very specific gender
and box
categories.
And stick there.
And you can't fight against that in one place and then be kind of silent in another. So every letter, I hope, in our acronym shows up to this and really supports, because anybody coming after one of those letters is eventually coming after all of them.
And that's what people don't get. Like, people are delusional about it, especially, white gay boys. And at the end of the day, I get it.
It's a self-protection.
It
totally is.
It really is.
But it's also it's a false sense of comfort.
False. And that's absolutely true, especially here where we live in South Florida. We had an event a couple of weeks ago, and it was a march in heels, and a bunch of people in the community walked a mile in heels for, our drag sisters. And it was wonderful to see all those people turn out and, have calluses on their feet after because they've never worn heels before, Gary, I'm looking at you. Those red heels were popping.
Is that the Synergy Twins guy?
No, Gary he's no. Why? Who?
The Synergy Twins at Pride as like as an homage to the trans and drag community did like their last two numbers in heels.
I love that. I love the Synergy Twins. They were here a couple of weeks ago.
It was so cute. They were dying
by
the end of it. Like, we don't know how you do this.
And just for two songs, and they were hurting. Right?
Yeah, which, by the way, they put on a fantastic act.
Listen.
And the fact that they brought in that inclusivity, you just gotta love.
We love the Synergy Twins. Big shout out to them. They were in this bed with me a couple of weeks ago. Go back and watch it on Roku. They're so much fun.
It does fit 3 up in here. I was wondering.
It does. And Luna. It does. Love you, Synergy Twins. All right. And make sure that you go and support this drag telethon. Send them money. Folks out there in LA, go watch it. Go be a part of it. Folks, in what community you're in, do something similar, just like they had the March in Heels here. Go out, and all the acronym letters, like you said, have to go support all our drag sisters. So again, I did a post a couple of weeks ago about if you've ever celebrated anything at a drag show, if you've ever gone to be entertained by a drag queen, you've got to stand up. Your voices are needed, especially right now, for sure.
And I just have one more little
Please, of course, honey.
Yeah, there's a very big part of our history of when like men and women were not allowed to dance together in bars, where, I mean, that was a big reason why there were some people in drag, so that when the police came in, that it looked like male and women couples. So if you don't think that they should be in the rainbow, or if you don't think that it's something that should really be honored, look at our history. We owe everything to them.
Thank you for that. That's so true.
Yeah.
Get educated, okay? We have history. So, did you enjoy the show? I know you did. So make sure to click subscribe so you won't miss any of the events, news, or interviews right here on the Faye What Show. Ring the bell at the bottom of the screen, right there, so you'll be alerted every time we're live. You can also click on the Happening Out Television Network logo so you can see all of the shows on the most diverse LGBTQ plus media network. Find out just what we're doing to bring the L and the G together right here on the Faye What Show. Get the week started with me.